Aaliyah here with LXF, that's League of Extraordinary Fitness. If you are a newcomer, welcome. And if you're rejoining us, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe if you haven't yet, just to get updates and tips as they populate. So today, what are we going to talk about? How did you decide race pace, your plan? And it's not at all like running a road race or doing a time trial on a track. You can't look at your fancy pants watch and say, "Ooh, I want to run a sub 6-minute mile during this race." Doesn't work like that. The races are never, unless you're spurring, are never exactly the same. Placement of obstacles, the exact obstacle, where it falls in the race, design, layout, everything like that changes. Race to race, year to year. So it's variable. And when you are assessing plan, if the race gives you a map, that is very, very helpful, especially if you're a beginner. You're going to take that map, then assess, self-assessment of your strengths and your weaknesses. Pairing those three elements together, that's how you're going to create your race plan. Yeah, what the hell does that mean? Well, so if I look at a map for myself and I see that in the beginning it is 1.5 miles of running with 2 easy obstacles like a wall and a crawl, that rhymed, then I know the runners are going to get ahead of me and I need to do my best to sustain. So I'm surviving the run until we get to my specialty, which is the obstacles and the more technical obstacles. Versus if someone's a runner, they need to capitalize on all those running stretches. So that way, when they get to the obstacles, they have a little bit of leeway. But then you need to be smart. If you have that leeway, you have to play your game. So, because I'm better at the obstacles, when I run and can run hard, and my training makes me very good at being able to go right into the obstacles and right out of the obstacles. Whereas other people who are very good at running get to the obstacles and their heart rate's elevated, they're out of breath from running so hard that they are a little bit more taxed, so the obstacle creates more challenges for them. That doesn't mean they can't do it, it just takes them more time than me. So when I look at the map, and when you look at the map, you want to find and create a plan that's most advantageous for your strengths and your weaknesses. Because just because it's your weakness doesn't mean you can't do it well and execute a successful race. And play your game. And as you improve, your strengths and weaknesses might change, and your race plan might change, and that's okay. So talk to your coach if you have a coach, or reach out to me. I coach people. I love to coach people and help people. And if you need help to devise a plan, ask me a question. I'll help you. Unless you're my competitor, then I'll cut you. Just kidding, I won't. Okay, so anywho, if you have a question, send it to lxf321go@gmail.com. Use the heading OCR Questions. I'm Aaliyah with League of Extraordinary Fitness. Subscribe, please. And next week, we're going to talk about tips for conquering back-to-back races. Because next week is Worlds. Who is excited? I know I am. So, if you're not going to Worlds, there's trifecta weekends, there's other races, War X Trilogy, where you're doing things back-to-back. So how can you set yourself up to dominate? Or just survive, depending on what your goal is. So, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Tuesday.